Welcome to my live. I'm here to answer your questions on detoxification, healing with fruits and herbs. And so if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free and ask. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm a herbalist. I'm also a detox specialist, meaning that I know how to use fruits and herbs to heal, to help you get better. Okay, and that's what I do. Welcome. Hello, hey, Timothy. How you doing? Nice to have you on. You guys have any questions? Please feel free and ask. Okay, because I decided I'll jump in to try and answer some questions for you, and it's my pleasure to help you in any way, shape, or form I can as far as detox goes and fruits and herbs. So if you have any questions, do feel free and ask. Don't be shy, okay? This doesn't matter what it is, so long as it's relevant, I'll answer it, okay? But I guess I could start talking to you about a lot of people have this issue like inflammation. What inflammation is as far as natural healing is concerned. So the word is quite simple, right? It's inflammation. You're basically, in a really broad sense, you're inflamed. I like to think of it like you're on fire. Your body's full of acids. You're burning up, okay? And when you're burning up, things get dry. Things don't move. Fluid doesn't move properly. You know, there's a block of energy flow, there's lymph flow, nerve flow. And then you start getting health issues because the cells are not hydrating as they should. The communication between the cells is not occurring as it should. So you start getting issues related to inflammation. So how does one turn around inflammation? How does one nurture it or fix it? It's very simple. Everything has a cause and effect. Cause and effect. The cause always, especially when it's health, is 99% of the time is the diet. The foods you have been eating in the previous time, the foods that your parents have been eating, epigenetics, gets to you. Okay, so if you want to change something, it's always the diet. And that's where I come in, because I show you how to use the fruits and the raw veggies to hydrate, to move the lymph system, get the kidneys working better, to open up all the elimination channels so that the body can heal itself. See, because the body is the self-healer. We are not the healers, the body is, meaning that no matter what tool you use, they're just there to make the body be able to heal itself. Okay, so the body is a self-healer. The tools are the fruits, the raw veggies, and the herbs. Okay, and this is how we use. This is how we get started. That's why we use fruits and herbs, because we're using it to hydrate the flame, so to speak, the heat, the dryness, the acidity, which causes health issues. Okay, so it's very simple. Thank you, you guys. Welcome. Feel free and ask any question. Okay, I'm going to do my best to answer them. Okay, quite a few people have joined. We just need some questions if you have any. I know a lot of you do have questions. So who'll be the first one to ask? Okay, high blood pressure is a good one. Okay, well, let's talk about high blood pressure. Okay, so when it comes to high blood pressure, there are two main things you have to understand. Okay, it's the blood pressure. The number, the top number represents your adrenals. The bottom number represents your kidneys. Okay, adrenals and kidneys, and adrenals control the kidneys. Adrenals control pretty much is responsible for neurotransmitter production. So it controls pretty much most of the glands and organs. Okay. And so when you have a high blood pressure issue, it's actually you have an adrenal and kidney issue. If you have a low blood pressure, it's more to the adrenal side. If you have a high blood pressure, it's more to the kidney side. But the fact of the matter is, if you have a blood pressure issue, both your adrenals and kidneys are compromised. So why is that the case? Because we're eating the wrong foods. We have created a state of acidosis or a state of inflammation, and these mucus and acids affecting the organs, so they don't function properly. So if you want to fix it, stop the inflammation. You stop by eating the foods, the hydrating alkaline foods. These are the fruits and the raw veggies. Stop eating any protein. Stop eating any starches. Stop eating any cooked foods. Okay, as you're repairing this. Okay, and then you're going to go on a preferably 100% food diet for a short while and use herbs for the kidneys, the adrenals, the lymph system, the stomach and bowels, and the endocrine glands. Okay, and we have them. We have it called the Fabulous 5 here. This contains all the 5 main systems. Okay, and of course you're going to address it more with kidney tea, because the kidney tea is essential, because the kidneys are the doorways to health. Once the kidneys open up in terms of filtering out waste, the glands can heal, the organs can heal themselves, and the body will take care of everything else. So it's always a kidney and adrenal issue. So that's the blood pressure issue. Okay, and also know that for blood pressure you have two sides. Okay, you have the left and the right, because you have two kidneys, two adrenals. So you should always measure both sides, and you should measure the blood pressure number about 10 times a day, and then add it up and do your average, because just one reading is not accurate enough, because it changes by the minute. A lot of you have this experience. You go to a doctor, and when you get to a doctor, your blood pressure number is skyrocket. When you go back home, and you're relaxed, your blood pressure is normal. So one blood pressure reading is not very accurate if you want to get a good measure of your numbers out. And so I recommend that you add it up. Like, I mean, take the average, so to speak. Someone said I've been diagnosed with lupus, and that's chronic inflammation. Yeah, they give it names. Okay, the names is just, in my opinion, it's just for them to be able to treat you. Okay, but as you know, herbalists, we don't treat. Okay, what we do is that we try to go for the root cause, and we get the body healthy, alkaline. Okay, and this way the inflammation, okay, can be quenched in a natural way with the alkaline fruits and veggies. Picture it like you're hydrating. Okay, you're moving the lymph system, getting fluid, because when things are dry, when things are chronic inflammation, things are dried up. Like, think of it like a river. Okay, you have a river. Every single cell in your body eats by the blood and moves waste by the lymph system, and that lymph system is a sewer system. Imagine the sewer system getting stagnant, can't move. Well, what's going to happen? You're going to start breeding bacteria, fungus, toxins will stick around, acids, waste will stick around, things will start rotting and smelling and burning up. Okay, and and this is why we use the fruits and the veggies, because they're alkalizing, and they move the lymph system, they move the sewer system for you, and gets everything better and the inflammation goes down. So this is how you deal with it. Okay, no matter what it's called, if it's a chronic inflammation, you want to do it naturally, you got to alkalize with the fruits and the veggies, and use the herbs, and be patient, of course, because this is not a treatment. This is a way of getting the body into a state where it can heal itself, because the body is the healer, not the herbs, not the fruits. These are just tools to allow the body to heal itself. Okay, so guys, like I said, I feel free to ask questions. I was not going to make this very long, but I thought I'll come by and do my best to help any one of you. Okay. Oh, your thoughts on caffeine, such as coffee, pre-workouts, please. This is from my experience, and also from helping so many people. I'll tell you for a fact, I like coffee. I used to drink it a lot. Okay, and occasionally I'll have some, but it's bad. Okay, it's really bad for you. It hits your adrenals hard. It stimulates your adrenals, and here's the golden rule: if you stimulate something in the body, it will innervate. It will get weakened. It will weaken. So energy drinks, pre-workout drinks, anything caffeine related, any stimulant should be avoided. Okay, it's very important you understand this. This is a topic, people don't like it and they get upset because they like the coffees. I'm not here to take your joy away. I'm here to tell you the truth about it, because I know for a fact that I enjoy the coffee once in a while, and I will have it, but I know well enough to know that it's harming my adrenals, especially as you get older. Okay, you start getting anxiety, you start getting restless, you start needing that coffee to perk up your energy levels, thinking that the coffee is giving you energy. The coffee is not giving you energy. It's stimulating the adrenals, and it stimulates a fight or flight mode. Okay, and the body pumps itself up. But this is temporary, and it's harming the adrenals. And remember that your adrenals control your kidneys, and if they go down, kidney goes down, meaning gets weaker. Your lymph system gets stagnant. All the acids back up, and organ tissue and glands start to be affected. And based on your genes, you feel pain. Say if you have weak liver, you have liver issues. If you had weak kidneys, you have kidney issues. If you had weak skin, the skin will express the acids. So no, I don't recommend you touch any caffeine, any stimulant, okay? Because it's really bad for you, okay? Sorry, I miss this all the time. I don't know why I do apologize. Yeah, so caffeine should be avoided because it's a stimulant, okay? And it's very, very, very harmful for you, okay? So avoid it. Let's see. Any more questions? I mean, I don't know if you heard me. I'm sorry. Can anyone tell me if they heard me? Because my microphone was actually on the floor. Silly me. But then let's see. Yeah. So like I said, avoid the caffeine. Okay, please do avoid the caffeine. And let me go over the blood pressure or the chronic inflammation one more time, because I think my mic was not working, so you may not have heard me. Okay, but in the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free and ask. So I said about chronic inflammation is basically acidosis, meaning your body is acidic, literally acidic. And acids, if you know any kind of chemistry, is dehydrating. It burns things up, it dries things up, and it makes all the tissue, organ, and glands dry up, and they don't function properly. So you're chronically inflamed. You're literally, in quotes, in flames, okay? Inside at least. So think of it like a fireman. You're going to put out the flames, and the tool you use to put out the flames is going to be with the fruits and the veggies, because they're alkalizing. Okay, their pH levels are perfect, but more importantly, they have alkalizing nutrients that will quench the inflammation and turn things around for you. Get the kidneys working better, get the lungs working better, get the liver working better, okay, and the bowels working better. You gotta open all the elimination channels, and you see the body will get rid of all the waste it doesn't need, and you start getting healthier. Okay, it's very simple. It takes a little bit of time, but once it starts moving, you see the benefits. Actually, you see the benefits on a fruit cleanse a few days after you start. Okay, minus a few detox symptoms you might experience when you start, based on how toxic you are. Okay, let's see. Like I said, any questions, feel free. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's health or detox related, I'll help you. What about carbonated water with fresh lemon and stevia? Again, okay, I'm talking in perspective of detox. Okay, let's say you're asking this question because you want to improve your health, then I would say avoid it. Because why? Because carbonated water is acidic. So when you're drinking it, you're putting acids in your body, and this acidity is always taken by, it's always dumped into the lymph system. And the lymph system, as I mentioned to you, is a system that removes waste. But unlike the blood, it doesn't have a pump. So it can get stagnant really fast. And when it gets stagnant, okay, it doesn't move properly. Then you have fungus, toxins, acids stuck at one place, and it starts burning tissue, organ, and glands. And you start getting health issues. So if you're trying to fix something or heal something, I wouldn't take carbonated water, okay? But if you're not detoxing anything and you are fairly healthy and you want it in once in a while, hey, I'm all for it, because I personally do enjoy occasional carbonated drinks, even though it's bad. Okay, so yeah, I would avoid it for now. And someone says, Jetty, is a Jetty? I like the name Jetty. I want to know if eating whole fruits is still as effective as juicing. Yes, absolutely. So when it comes to detoxification, when it comes to healing, we have levels of detoxification. Okay, the highest level is the dry fast. This means no food, no water. Okay, and for a period of time. And the second level is water fasting, which means no food, just water. Okay, for a specified period of time. And the next level is a juice cleanse or juice fast. This means you eat no solid food; it's just juicing. And then underneath that is solid smoothies, fruit smoothies. And underneath that is solid fruits. So you see the different levels of detoxification. This means the different levels of aggressiveness when it comes to healing. So whilst the solid fruits are not as potent, meaning not as aggressive as the fruit juices, they're still detoxifiers. So you're still going to heal, okay? So you can have a balance of both. You can have fruit juices for some meals, and then you can have fruits for other meals. And you'll be doing a lot. You'll be way ahead, okay? But like I said, it's lower on the scale when it comes to the detoxification pyramid, meaning that it's not as aggressive as a dry fast or a juice cleanse, okay? So let's see. Like I said, those who what best herbs for psoriasis? Okay, psoriasis is a skin condition. Any kind of skin condition, doesn't matter what it is. Okay, it could be acne, it could be pimples. It's a kidney issue. It's related to your kidneys, and here's why. And yeah, it is hormonal as well, but I'll explain to you how the hormones are affected, because the kidneys are the main avenue of eliminating metabolic waste from your 100 trillion cells. When your kidneys are not filtering out waste because your lymph system is stagnant because of the protein and starches and cooked foods you've been eating, the body will try and use the skin to express those acids, okay? And it takes time, but it will build up. That's why you have the psoriasis, you have the acne, doesn't matter what it is, okay? It's being expressed through the skin based on your genes. If your skin is weak, you have a lot of skin eruptions. If it's strong, you have less skin eruptions, maybe more rashes and red inflammation parts in your skin. But it's your body trying to express acids out of the body, because the kidneys are not filtering. So if you want to fix your skin issues, you gotta fix your kidneys, okay? So I would be on kidney tea, lots of it. I'm drinking it all day. Drink kidney tea, because you want to get those kidneys working better. And I'll use the Fabulous 5 to cover up the kidneys, the adrenals, the lymph system, stomach, and bowels, and the endocrine glands. That's what I would do for the skin, to get the skin better. The best herbs for it are lymphatic herbs. But like I said to you, do not detox and use herbs separate. In other words, if you want to have skin issues, don't use lymphatic herbs by themselves, because the issue is the kidneys, not the actual lymph system in full, meaning the lymph system is part of it. The best herbs for the skin, removing the lymph system for the skin, is plantain weed, poke root, red root. Okay, these are the three of the most powerful. Chickweed is also very powerful. Okay, these will help move the lymph system. But I can't stop telling you this, that it's got to be kidneys. You got to focus on your kidneys for your skin. Very important. You understand this, okay? Let's have any more questions. So, guys, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. You take the time to come out to watch this, to educate yourself, to learn, and it's a great honor for me to help you in any way, shape, or form. If I can change just one person and help them, for me, it's meaningful. That's why I'm doing this right now, because I'm busy as it is, but for me, just helping one person is a priority. And I know when I help you, you can help another person, and everybody benefits, okay? So I do this all for free. I don't hide anything. I share everything as fully, as best as I can, as best to my knowledge, okay? So yeah, I feel free to ask questions. Someone says decaffeinated coffee. So the coffee itself, the process of making the coffee, you cook the beans, wherever it is acidic. So it doesn't matter if it's decaf or not. The decaf is definitely better than the caffeinated one, but it's still an acid you put into your body. It's acidic, and it's going to cause more damage than it's worth, okay? There is a tea out there called dandelion tea, and it's done so well. I've tried it. I used to have a lot of it, but now no longer, because I wanted to get myself away from the whole coffee idea. But it's called dandelion tea. It's kind of healthy for you because it's dandelion root, and if you try it, it tastes like coffee. It's almost amazing, okay? And like I said, I don't use it because I'm trying to stay away from processed stuff. I like to use the natural stuff, like the fruits and the veggies, unprocessed. But by all means, you make that transition. If I don't have the name of the product, but if you want to message me or comment, I will send it to you, okay? So let's see, we have any more questions. Okay, someone says, can you speak about, I can't even say this word, okay, it's a drug to treat depression. Okay, so I don't know about the drug, and I don't know about any medication, because I don't use medications. This is for medical doctors, and my field, we're not medical doctors. We use natural healing. We use fruits and herbs to heal. So I don't even remotely pretend to assume what I know about medication. Just that I know that medication normally comes with side effects, and normally it's just a band-aid policy. It's meant to treat symptoms, right? So if it comes to when it comes to actually fixing depression, you have to understand the gland that's responsible for it. The gland is the parathyroid, okay? So which means that very likely that your thyroid is compromised and your parathyroid, and it also actually means that all your endocrine glands are probably affected as well. Primarily the pituitary gland, because the pituitary gland is the gland that governs all the other endocrine glands, okay? And it's in the head right here, okay? So that means your head is full of mucus, which means that your eyes may be affected, your ears, your thyroid, your throat region, all congested with mucus. You need to get the mucus out of the body, okay? So 100% fruit diet, the Fabulous 5, as I showed you, okay, the Fabulous 5, the kidney tea, okay, right here. Because remember, you're cleaning the bowels. The head sits on the GI tract, and if the GI tract is congested, you can't drain acids out. And I would use the bowel strength tincture, okay? And what this does is basically cleans the bowels, let you have good bowel movements, and everything comes out. And clean your sinuses, blow your nose, do ear candling, do eye washes, hot and cold compress to the back of the head. You can chew horseradish root, it breaks the mucus. You can take eucalyptus oil and a steam and inhale it to break the mucus, okay? Anything you can to remove the mucus in your head region, at the same time work on the kidneys, work on the lymphatic system with the herbs that I just showed you. Okay, 100% fruit diets and green drinks, and you will get relief. For the parathyroid, if it's still not working, then you might want to use parathyroid herbs like chaste tree berry or even a glandula, okay, to help spark things up for you. But it's not hard to deal with. You just need a little time and patience, and you have to do the work for it, obviously. Okay, let's see. Guys, any more questions? Feel free. Oh, someone has. This is a very good question. If stomach fluid has a pH of 2.5, then why does the alkalinity of food matter? Because it's not. It's what. So when you consume food, okay, and your body breaks it down and it digests it, it leaves an acid or an alkaline hit on the body. Okay. So I'll get back to the stomach part, the 2.5. The 2.5 is there for a reason, because it's there to break down proteins and complex foods. That's why the stomach has a high a very high acidity level. Okay, it's there to break down complex structures, and at the same time you have the pancreas produces bicarbonate to counteract the high acidity. So when you consume alkaline foods like say the fruits, you're not going to have much of the acid production, because the body doesn't need it, right? It's going to be producing alkaline bicarbonate to break down the food. That's how it works. The problem comes when you're eating so much protein and carbohydrates that the body will start producing excess acids in stomach, and the pancreas can keep up. Then you start getting ulcers and stomach issues and burns and all those bowel issues. That's how it starts. Okay, but the pH is important because when you digest, say, meat or dairy products or cooked starches, the effects once it's digested is acidic. Whereas when you consume raw veggies, okay, primarily, and fruits, okay, the hit on the body is alkaline. And the body has to be predominantly alkaline. The cells, everything, they function properly when it's predominantly, not 100%, alkaline, okay? Diseases start coming in when the body starts moving to the acidic side. So you see there's a lot of quotes online. There's a lot of scientists who discovered that they quote saying that disease can't arise in an alkaline environment. That's why we have the alkaline foods. That's why we push the fruits and the herbs, because they're alkaline. You're getting the body predominantly to the alkaline side so the body can heal itself. It's a fantastic question, and thank you for asking it. Your name is GRUS. Thank you. It's a brilliant question. But I know sometimes if you don't understand, then you make assumptions like, oh, you said the stomach is high pH, then we can eat high. Sorry, you said the pH is very acidic. Sorry, then we can eat acidic food. It makes no difference, right? But it does, because we're concerned about the hit on the body once we have digested the food. For instance, let me give you an example. For instance, lemon, okay, which is one of the best alkalizers. Okay, it has a pH of 2.9, I think, which is acidic. Okay. But when you consume it, it's very alkalizing. If you went on a lemon-only cleanse, it's one of the most powerful diets you can follow. Absolutely amazing. I've seen things with this lemon-only cleanse that you can only imagine. I mean, you wouldn't even believe it. Okay, but it's acidic. You're consuming an acid fruit. Okay, but when the body breaks it down, it becomes alkaline. So lemons are number one in my book for healing. Lemon only cleanse. You consume a piece of meat, the pH is more to the neutral side. Yet the hit on the body is highly acidic. If you go on a high protein diet, high meat diet, the evidence is there. You are going to create serious problems, kidney problems, bone issues, colon issues. Okay, not to mention a host of other things that are related to that. So it matters a lot on the foods you intake. It's cause and effect. You put the wrong cause, you get bad effect. Right cause, you get right effects. Okay, it's very simple. So the key thing is when you have any issue you want to fix, you change your diet. That's number one. The diet's number one. That's 90% of the battle. You change the diet, you're already halfway there. Most people who change the diet and go on a fruits only or a raw vegan diet, a healthy kind, will get rid of most of their issues. Most. The only ones that are hard to get rid of will be the chronic stuff, and that's where you need the herbs to come in. Okay. So thank you for the question. I really enjoyed that question. How do we get the kidneys filtering? So kidney filtration, okay, in natural healing, how we see it. Let me explain to you. Have a glass of water here. Let me show you. Okay. So when you wake up in the morning and you urinate into a clear jar like this. Okay, this is water, like I said. And when you look into the light, okay, you're going to see particles floating around, almost like snowflakes, almost like strands of mucus. Okay, this shows that you're filtering out metabolic waste. Because you have 100 trillion cells in your body, right? Give or take. We only guessing here. The whole thing is a guess. We guessing how many cells we have. But let's say you have 100 trillion cells, and each one is eaten by the blood and is eliminating waste, okay, by the lymphatic system. The lymph system will take all those waste through to the lymph nodes where it's converted to a lesser acid, and then take it down to the kidneys where it's eliminated. The kidneys is a sewer plant. It's where it filters out all the waste. So if you're filtering, you see that waste in your urine. Okay, it's very simple. And if you don't see that in your urine, where's that waste going? Okay, it's going to your skin. It's being stored in your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system is getting stagnant, and day by day it's building up, and then eventually it will erupt. Get to a point where you can't take anymore. You start getting the so-called health issues you get. Okay, so that's what kidney filtration is. You look in your urine the first thing in the morning. It should not be clear like this. If it's clear like this, then you're kind of in trouble. Okay. So you want to make sure you have sediment in it, some measure of stuff floating inside, moving in. And if you let it sit up for an hour or two, you should see a little tiny layer of white sediment. That's when you know your kidneys are filtering. Okay. Let's see. Can you? I'm sorry. Someone says, "Can you please?" I don't understand your questions. Jetty, please tell me your question again. It's not clear enough. Let's see more questions here. Yeah, guys, if like I said, feel free to ask questions. I'm here to help you. Okay, any way, shape, or form. It's the system is very simple. It really is very simple. You know, like you have an issue, you just need to change your diet. 100%. I prefer 100% fruit diet. You may want to go to a raw vegan diet, just temporarily until you're healing, right? And then you add the herbs. It's that simple. Okay, let me explain how simple it is. Okay, so let's say today you wanted to change. Okay. Like I said before, you have questions, feel free and ask, please. Okay. Let's say you wanted to change you don't feel right. You just don't feel right. Something's off. You feel it. There's pains here and there. Your energy level is not right. You feel bloated. Something is off. Okay. You're too tired. What do you do? Number one, this is how I would do it. Change the diet. Okay. You're going to go on a raw vegan diet, preferably 100% fruit diet. It could be any fruits. It could be whatever you choose, you like, you can have, and there's an abundance of fruits out there, meaning that you can have a big variety of fruits, okay? So you're going to switch your diet, and all your meals, without exception, it's going to be fruits, or at the very least, a raw vegan, meaning like raw vegetables, okay? Then you're going to add in herbs. At the same time, you're going to add in herbs like this, the Fabulous 5. This has herbs for the kidneys, the adrenals, the lymph system, stomach, and bowels, okay? Very simple, right? You take this two to three times a day. And you're going to make teas, kidney teas, because the kidneys are crucial for healing, and you're going to drink this all day. Okay, that's how simple it is, literally. Okay, the herbs are there to clean and strengthen the cells. The fruits are there to move the lymph system and to help elimination of the kidneys, the bowels, the lungs. Okay, it cleanses. The lymph system is a sewer system, so you're moving the lymph system and moving all the waste and going through the kidneys, and then you start getting better and better and better. It's that simple. Okay, so my slogan is fruits and herbs, literally, because anyone can do it. It doesn't take a rocket science. It's inexpensive to apply. All you need is a little bit of determination, meaning that you're going to change your life, and you change. That's it. Very simple. Okay. So why does your stomach swell? Okay. So anytime you see any kind of swelling, what is it? It's a response for the body. If your stomach, especially, it could be gas. Okay. It could be your pancreas issue. It could be a gas. Your liver is not functioning properly. So you're eating the wrong food combinations. If you combine protein and starches, like I mentioned earlier on, you have for the starches, you have alkaline chemistry being produced by carbonated by the pancreas, and you have HCl acids being produced by the patil cells in the stomach, and they'll kind of neutralize each other because chemistry, right? Acids and base, they neutralize each other. So this can cause bloating because then food starts fermenting. Okay, and when it ferments, it attracts bacteria, it attracts fungus, and this will create gases. Okay, because remember, these fungus and bacteria are breaking down foods because they're getting rid of the food you can't get rid of, and it's creating gas. So it could be a pancreas issue. It's definitely the bowel issue for sure. But aside from that, if you're highly acidic in the gut area, the body will use water to buffer acids because it's trying to protect you, and that could cause the swelling as well of the stomach. Please, if you have any issue in your bowels, please do address it, because the bowels are the foundation of your body. Okay, aside from the kidneys, is the core. Is literally the tree trunk. It's the GI tract. Thank you for the gifts. I really appreciate it. It's the tree trunk of the body, right? The GI tract starts from the tip of your tongue all the way down to your anus, and it connects almost every single organ, tissue, and glands in some way, shape, or form. It connects them all. So if that's compromised, everything is compromised. You understand? That's why it's important that you always clean the bowels. If you're constipated, please do something about it. Ramsey, thank you for the gift. Thank you, so kind. I thank you for the gift, not because of the gift itself, but because I'm honored I'm helping you out in some way, shape, or form. Okay, I will use the bowel strength tincture. Okay, that helps you move your bowels, and you go to the washroom more often. You feel relieved. Things start getting better. Okay, so let's see. If you get dizzy, someone says if you get dizzy, low blood pressure, low blood sugar from fasting, what do you do? I wouldn't fast in this point, because low blood pressure is your adrenals are weak, and the adrenals, they are crucial. They're so important. Like the problem of a modern day diet, eating meats and stuff like that, is that it has stimulants in there, and the stimulants affect your adrenals. And the adrenals, let me tell you what they do in a nutshell, very simple term. Your adrenals, for simplicity's sake, do three main things. They produce corticosteroids to fight inflammation. That's number one. Number two, they control the kidneys. Remember I said the kidneys are the doorway of elimination for your metabolic waste. Okay. Number three, they produce neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters will control autonomic nerve movements like bowel movements, like breathing. Okay, so those three major things I just mentioned is enough to tell you that it controls the whole body. So when your adrenals get weak, okay, that's low blood pressure. So you got to fix your adrenals. So what do? You need herbs for the adrenals. Herbs like licorice root, ashwagandha, cordyceps. These are fantastic for the adrenals. But remember something: you cannot. The adrenals got compromised because of the foods you're eating, the stimulants, the high protein diets, the starches. And it also means that your kidneys are not filtering, because when the kidneys don't filter out the waste, the lymph system backs up, the mucus and acids stick around and affect the adrenals directly, and then you have adrenal issues, you have low blood pressure issues. So to fix it, I will be on 100% fruit diet or a raw vegan diet, and I'll use the Fabulous 5 herbs I showed you. I'll use kidney tea, and I'll use an adrenal tincture called Glands A. It's on my website. So the link on my website is on my profile, okay? So just to let you know. And you can use those, and then be patient with yourself and don't push yourself too hard, because you have low blood pressure, you get dizzy. And I wouldn't fast at this point. I'll go on the fruits and the green drinks and the greens with the herbs for a few weeks, and then I'll attempt adding some dry fasting, maybe like a 14 to 16 hour dry fast. And you see this nice, gentle, but a really reassuring way of cleansing the body without any drastic moves, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I would do. Someone said, how can I fix my thyroid? Now, I don't know what kind of thyroid issue you have. Is it hyperthyroid? Is it hypo? But let me make the assumption that it's hypo, because that's 90% of the time it's hypo. And even if it was hyper, the only difference in how I would tackle it is that I wouldn't stimulate the thyroid. But when you have a thyroid issue, there's a great chance it's your pituitary gland and your hypothalamus, because they send information to the thyroid to produce TSH. Okay, most people don't understand this. When you go to any kind of, and you're trying to treat the thyroid, most people don't see this. And that's where I think I have a gift, in meaning that I can see the connection between what's going on in the glands. Your thyroid, most thyroid issues, even though most people don't recognize it, it's a pituitary gland issue and it's a hypothalamus issue. Therefore, you have to address those glands. So in iridology, we look into the eye, and the eye can show us exactly what's weak in the eye. So I would check with your eye to see if it's a pituitary gland issue or hypothalamus, and if that was the case, I would use a pituitary gland herbs and possibly a glandula. But at the same time, I'll be 100% fruit diet, and I'll be using the Fabulous 5, okay? I'll be using the Fabulous 5 tincture because it addresses all the tissue organ and glands, the major ones, and the kidney tea, because you gotta get the kidneys to filter, and that's it, and hit it. But if you had a hypo situation, I would add herbs for the thyroid, and we have tinctures for that as well. But it's more like kelp, you know, it's fantastic for the thyroid. That's how I would deal with it. And time, you need patience and time, okay? Let's see. Hey guys, so like I said, thank you so much for being here again. If you have any questions, feel free and ask. My goal is I'm here to help you, okay? That's what I'm here for. You know, so some people may not like the way I teach, but I'm showing you what I know, the best way of helping you, okay? How can you increase fertility? So fertility is a big issue these days. You know why? It's because there's so much estrogenic compounds in the air, in the foods we eat, the pesticides, that it affects your estrogen levels and your hormone levels. So the body functions properly when it has a balance of progesterone, testosterone, and and estrogen. And if these are they're not balanced properly, you have this issue of fertility, okay? So the way I would attempt to fix it is that I would switch a diet, as always, 100% fruit diet, but I would use the Fabulous 5 herbs, because it addresses the kidneys, the adrenals, the lymph system, stomach and bowels, and the endocrine glands. And I would add pituitary herbs or endocrine herbs for the pituitary gland, because when it comes to fertility, it's the pituitary gland that's responsible, as it controls the ovaries, okay? So, and we have a tincture called Reproductive F, and it has herbs that will balance out the hormones naturally, okay? And also push more progesterone, so you can quench the estrogen, the excess estrogen, and then you should be fine. But I will be on a detox plan at least for a good 8 to 9 months before I give birth, because before I conceive, sorry, because the child takes on the weaknesses of the parents when the child is conceived. So both parents, both future parents, should be on a high fruit raw vegan diet, and should be using the herbs as well, because the moment of conception, the state of health of both will be expressed, okay? And you want it to be you want to be healthy when you do so. You can always comment or reach out to me, and I'll do my best to help you. On our website, there's a contact us. You can click that. So on my website is on link. The link on my website is on my profile. You can click it, and there's a contact us there. You can ask questions, or you can leave a comment here and on any of my posts. And if I see it, I'll answer it as well. Okay. Yeah, I covered the thyroid already. So let's see. If I don't get another question, I'll address it again. Can I? I'm not sure what you just said. So what's someone's asking me my take on cmos. Cmos is fantastic. Okay, cmos and all the other super herbs are fantastic. Alfalfa is fantastic. There's so many of them, so many herbs I can list to you that have so many minerals in them. It's not even a joke. Okay, but here's the problem. If you're detoxing, if you're just taking a CMOS and your diet is the same, it's going to help you this much. Okay, not very much. Okay, but my point is that if you're going to use a CMOS, make sure you're cleansing the body with a high fruit diet, a raw vegan diet, because it makes a big difference. If you don't change the diet and take CMOS, you get a little bit of improvement, but not enough to heal you or get you better. Okay, so I think it's fantastic. I just think that don't take it as a treat all, don't take it as a cure all for anything. It has to be in combination with a detoxification program. Then you do very well. Okay. Oh, sorry to hear this. Someone says, oh, you had leukemia. Okay. Leukemia, even though it's supposedly a blood issue, it's not a blood issue, it's a lymphatic issue. And the parts affected are the bone marrow, okay, and the spleen. So if I were in your shoes and I was trying to get myself healthy with this issue, I would be on the Fabulous 5 herbs, I'll be on kidney tea, and I would go on some fruit diet, maybe a 20-day dark grape only diet, okay? Why? Because it's one of the fastest way of cleansing the body. Dark grapes are highly astringent. They have all the flavonoids, all the minerals and vitamins you need, and they're almost like aside from a lemon oil cleanse, one of the most powerful ways you can cleanse the body. Okay, so I've been on a dark grape only diet, and I would use herbs for the entire body, which is Fabulous 5, kidney tea, and I would add herbs for the spleen and add herbs for the bone marrow. Okay, and give it time. That's it, and then you see you're gonna stay away from it coming back again. That's the best way I know of how to do it. But remember that it's a lymphatic issue, so your kidneys have to filter. You have to get kidney filtration. It's crucial that you get kidney filtration and move your lymph system. I'll possibly use lymphatic herbs as well. Okay, you can always reach out to me. Like I said, I'm more than happy to help you and direct you. Yeah, thank you for the gift again. I appreciate it. I really do. It's so kind. We have some kind souls here. Yeah, so let's see. I missed any question. If I did, like I said, you have questions, feel free and ask. It's nothing silly. So long as it's relevant, I'll answer it. Okay. We have quite a few people from different parts of the world, and I love that. I love see how people are so different, and yet everybody have the same kind of mindset, right? Let's see. Sorry, give me a few minutes to look it through and see what I can find. Oh, how to heal the digestive tract through fasting. Okay, fasting. Now, when you say fasting, as you know, there's water fasting and there's dry fasting, right? If you have stomach issues, I wouldn't jump. If you have digestion issues, I wouldn't jump into a dry fast yet or a water fast yet. Why? Because when you have health issues, it's usually a block of energy flow. There's blood flow, lymph flow, and nerve flow. Blood flow is to feed the cells. Lymph flow is to move waste from the cells, and nerve flow is to communicate between the cells. If any of these three are blocked, you have an issue. Okay, so if you have a digestive problem, one of them is blocked. Okay, one of these issues is blocked, and you don't want to go on a dry fast immediately, because when you go on a dry fast, you are dislodging stuff, and if you're not eliminating that stuff properly, it recirculates. Okay, so if you have a digestive issue, I would be on the green drinks first, and it's herbs, the Fabulous 5 and the kidney tea. I'll add some acid fruits as well, like pears and apples. Okay, and if I'm constipated, in fact, if I was constipated and I was doing this, I wouldn't even have any solid fruits. I'll be on green drinks and fruit juices with herbs for the pancreas, herbs for the liver, herbs for the kidneys, herbs for the lymph system, herbs for endocrine glands, and herbs for the bowels. Okay. And you might need to use a pancreas tincture and glandula, depending on how compromised it is. And the only way you can see it in naturally is to do a radiology reading, because it shows what gland is compromised. Okay. So someone says tips for cleansing. I just covered it up. If you just want to cleanse the body, okay. I actually wrote a new book. It's out soon. It's not out yet. I mean, it's in Amazon, but it should be in a week. It's called the Lemon Only Cleanse. Okay, the undiluted lemon only cleanse. One of the most powerful cleanses you can use. Okay, bar none. Okay, absolutely phenomenal. And what you do is basically replace all your meals with lemon juice and undiluted lemon juice. Like I would use 2 or 3 lemons for a meal. Have as many meals as you want, and you can sweeten it up a bit, and then use the herbs, the Fabulous 5 and the kidney tea. That's the most aggressive way of cleansing the body. You see mucus coming out, your bowels will release fecal matter that's been stored there for a while. The kidneys start working better. 7 days to 10 days is a good stretch. Okay, but you can try mixed fruits and use the herbs, and that's how you cleanse the body. You use the fruits to move the lymph system and get the elimination channels open, and use the herbs to target specific tissues. So if you have a liver issue, use herbs for the liver, but always use herbs for the entire body, always, and then add herbs for the liver if you have a liver issue, or add herbs for say kidney, extra herbs for the kidneys, or extra herbs for the bowels, something like that. Then you do very well. Okay, so yeah, cmos, I just covered it. Cmos is fantastic for you, but like I said, don't use it as a treat all. Okay, don't use it as a cure all. Okay? It is not. You gotta get the body alkaline. You gotta detox properly. Okay, let me see. Fasting with diabetes. Now this is a tricky one, because I don't know what kind of blood sugar issues you have, and you gotta see your doctor for that, because they give you medication, and the medication, you can't just get off it. You have to wean yourself off it. But if it was a blood sugar issue and I wanted to get myself better, I would be on a low glycemic fruit diet. Okay, something like cherries, pears, apples, very low in the glycemic index, much lower than any starch you can eat, much lower than any protein you can eat. And I will be on the herbs. Okay, the Fabulous 5 kidney tea. I would also use herbs for the adrenals, because blood sugar issue is an adrenal issue, and I use herbs for the pancreas as well. Okay, remember that most issues when it comes to blood issues, although people say it's pancreas, it's not really a pancreas. It's actually a neurological issue, meaning that it's an adrenal issue, because the adrenals send neurotransmitters through the pancreas to produce insulin. And when that communication, that energy flow is broken or not good enough, then you see the body will not produce enough insulin, and you have a blood sugar issue. That's why you always have to address the whole body with the diet, and then use herbs for the whole body, and add herbs extra for the adrenals, for the pancreas. Okay, and for the liver, because it helps with the digestion as well. Okay, liver and gallbladder. So that's how I would address it. Okay, so you have any new questions? No. Yeah, so like I said, someone asked me about a rebounder. So a rebounder is something that you jump on, like it's a bit like a mini trampoline, and you keep on bouncing back and forth, up and down, and it has this kind of effect, and it moves the lymph system. Okay, but it's only effective when your lymph system is not stagnant. If your lymph system is stagnant, meaning that you're not filtering through your kidneys, I wouldn't do rebounding, because you're generating more acids. Just that I wouldn't exercise intensely as well, because when you exercise, you're producing lactic acid, and if your kidneys are not filtering other ways, those acids will back up. You start getting joint pains. That's why a lot of bodybuilders and athletes, you see, they have a lot of joint pains, and they're not even aware why. They think it's the workouts that has caused it, which is true, but it's actually a kidney issue. It's actually an adrenal issue, and if it left unfixed, it becomes arthritis, becomes severe health issues, colon issues, and they don't recognize that or see it, and then that's how it develops. You need kidney filtration. It's crucial when it comes to your health. Okay. So guys, if you have any questions, please ask. Okay. Otherwise, I'll call it short. I'm here to answer any of your questions. I'm so glad to be here. So happy that you are here, and I take advantage, because I do this once a week. I try to do it once a week, but sometimes I miss it, even though I don't want to. So if you get questions, please ask. How do you feel about milk thistle? Milk thistle is fun. It's good, right? It's good for the liver. It can be used for the kidneys as well. Okay. I personally don't like using herbs by themselves. Meaning, like, if I had a liver issue, I'm not going to use milk thistle only. Like, I don't believe in supplementation that way. I believe that the body is a complete unit, meaning that there's no such thing as having liver issues. If you have a liver issue, you have a kidney issue, you have a liver issue. It's all interconnected. So if I had an issue with my liver and I want to use milk thistle, I just wouldn't use milk thistle by itself. I'll add dandelion root in there. In fact, if you combine dandelion root with other herbs and milk thistle, you have a synergistic effect or benefit than just consuming just one herb, right? So you change the diet, 100% food diet or raw vegan, and you use herbs for the whole body with emphasis herbs on the liver. Okay, you can add the milk thistle then to it, and then you do very well. Okay. So someone says, where do you buy your products? If you're interested in trying my products, just go on my bio. Okay, there's a link to my website. Okay, and what I recommend that most people do when they're started out is if you want to try the power of the herbs, you see the power of the herbs, and you will see it's that powerful. Okay, meaning that it's amazing how nature functions when you give the right herbs in the right environment, how the body responds. But I would suggest that you use the Fabulous 5 tincture. okay? Because this has herbs for the kidneys, adrenals, lymph system, stomach, and bowels. It's the base, and then I would use the kidney tea at the very least, because you want the kidneys to work better, to filter out metabolic waste. They are the doorways to health. So those two is what I recommend. But the link is on my bio. Okay, there's a link on my bio. It takes you to the website, and what I just showed you was the Fabulous 5 and the kidney tea. And there is one herb that I like to give people, because most people are constipated these days, and it helps move the bowels. And you know, when you start using the washroom more often, you're gonna feel like $1,000,000. Let's be honest, right? And it's called the bowel strength tincture, and you use that in combination with the diet and the Fabulous 5 and kidney tea, and you see you're gonna do very well. Yeah, but the link to my website is on it's on my bio. Okay. Someone says tumor. A tumor on the brain. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a cyst, it could be a tumor, it could be anything. Obviously, go see your doctor, okay? I'm not here to treat you. I'm here to show you how to heal naturally. So you go see your doctor and get things checked up. But if I was addressing a cyst or issue like that, I'll be on a 20 to 30 day dark grape only diet personally, and I'll be using the Fabulous 5 and kidney tea, plus a kidney tincture, extra kidney tincture, plus 2 extra kidney teas, because it's a kidney issue and it's a lymphatic issue. So we'll hit the lymph system with the fruits, the grape diet, and when you hit the kidneys and the rest of the body with the Fabulous 5 and other herbs. Clean the bowels, though. Very crucial to clean the bowels. Do skin brushes. Do sweat. Go and sweat 30 minutes to 60 minutes a day in a sauna, dry sauna, not infrared. Anything to open the channels. Start breathing properly. Learn how to breathe properly. Skin. You get, like I said, sauna is crucial. I can't say that enough. Anyway, clean the liver, of course. Clean the bowels. Do some enemas. Breathe properly. You see things start getting better. Okay, and you can get rid of it. You can put some castor oil packs also on any hard part of the body. It kind of softens it up, and also it's anti-inflammatory. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'll do one more and we'll call it a day. Okay. Yeah, so let me see. I think I covered everything up. It's like, before I go, any questions, please ask. Fertility, I covered already. Fertility, you gotta fix your ovaries and your pituitary gland, okay? You need herbs for that. So 100% fruit diet with the Fabulous 5 kidney tea, but extra herbs on for the pituitary gland and the ovaries, okay? And then you see you're gonna do very well. It's not a joke. You can take the reproductive F formula for a long time, for a few weeks, and you see your body will become the right balance level, ovaries function better, pituitary gland will function better, and you can conceive. Okay, let's see. You don't have to punish yourself and take any kind of weird drugs. Okay, let's see. Okay, it seems like I covered everything. I'm pretty sure I did. If I didn't cover anything, please say it before I leave. Okay. Okay. Oh, hair loss. Okay, I missed one. Sorry. So, Ahmed, this is for you. Digestive issues and hair loss. You see how it's interconnected. Immediately, I see these things. I see the two connected. Your head sits on a GI tract. The GI tract goes from your tongue to your anus. It connects every single organ, tissue, and gland. Okay. So when you eat proteins and starches, like we all do, or we used to do, okay, you build acidity in your body. Your body becomes acidic, and then the body will start expressing its acids. And in your case, the weak links here are the GI tract and the hair, okay, and the scalp, because you have a weakness towards the acids expressed in the scalp region. Your hair starts falling out, okay. And with your GI tract, this issue, the weakness is there, so it expresses there. But remember, the GI tract is like head sits on the GI tract. If it's congested, acids can't filter out properly. Your head is full of mucus. You start affecting your hair follicles start falling out. Okay. Also affects the hormones involved. Pituitary gland, other glands are involved. Hair starts falling out. So you gotta fix it. You gotta reverse it. Stop eating the foods that caused it. Go on a raw vegan diet. 100% fruit diet preferred. Use herbs for the kidneys, adrenals, lymph system, stomach, and bowels. The Fabulous 5. Use kidney tea. I would use circulation tincture. Okay. It's called circulation tincture 1 and 2. We have them. And neurological 1 tincture for the brain and nerves. Plus, I would use hair oils. We have on our website called Grow Hair Oil to stimulate blood flow to the scalp externally, and the diet internally, and you see your hair can start growing again. It takes a bit of time, depending on how bad it is. Your hair should get better. Okay. Sometimes though, the body will get rid of weak tissue. It doesn't. You cannot force the body to keep weak tissue. If your hair is falling out, the body has decided that for the most part it's weak. It doesn't need it, so it gets rid of it. The great part is that the body will like the body will start producing, like, in other words, new cells and tissue, okay? But it takes a bit of time, of course, okay? So I would also add some green drinks in there, 100% fruit diet preferably, but add some green drinks like cucumber, celery, any kind of sprouts, kale, spinach. These are dark green vegetables full of minerals, vitamins, and you see, your hair should grow. For your GI tract, I would fix the same way. I would go in green drinks initially because you have issues that should go on, then try and graduate to a high fruit diet and use herbs for the liver and the pancreas, and use herbs for the entire body as well, and special extra herbs for the bowels as well. And you see, you should get better, okay? This is just a little bit of time it takes, but the gut and the hair loss is interconnected. That's what I wanted to say to you. Okay, so I guess I covered everything. I'll scroll down once and see if any more questions. If not, then I'll say good night. Okay, guys, it seems I answered all the questions. I thank you so much for being here with me. I truly appreciate you. If I missed any question, you feel like you want to ask any question, I'm not far away. Go through my website, ask the question. I will answer it for you. My goal is to help. If I can just help one person, which I do on a daily basis, I've done my part. So I'm here to help you if you want to help. Or you can comment on my posts. And the question I'll answer the best as I can, okay? Like I said, if you want to get my products, the link is on my bio, and feel free and ask questions. Glad to help you. You have a blessed day.